Welcome back to all my teachers and parents. Today I'm going to show you how to make Jitterbots and use them in lessons with your students. So stay tuned. In an earlier video, I showed you how to make the Jitterbots quickly, and I'll link to that video at the top right now. Here are the materials that you need to make Jitterbots. You need an index card. It can be lined or unlined. You need 2 jiggly eyes. These are the non-stick-on kind, so I also add in hot glue. You need a couple of paper clips. They could be plain paper clips or colored. You need a fuzzy nose. You need a vibrating motor for a cell phone. Now these are the rotating kind here, and that's what I built the other bots with. But they also make the vibrators that are discs. And on this bot, I'm going to use the disc to try it out. You also need a CR2032 lithium battery, and you need a pipe cleaner. We'll start with the index card that I folded with the lines on the inside. So I'm going to fold it about 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to loop the other leftover and tuck it underneath it. And that's going to make a teardrop looking loop. But I want a flat bottom and a curved top. So I'm going to pinch it where I can get a flat bottom all the way across, and I've got a curved top. So now it makes that shape. Now I could tape that shut. I put some tape across here, but before I do that, I want to put my motor and my battery inside. One thing I need to show you before you put this little motor on the card is you need to carefully strip off about 3/8 of an inch to 1/2 inch of insulation so that you have that much bare wire hanging out. These wires are very, very thin and they're very easy to break off. You'll have several chances to do this right before you run out of wire. Now I'm going to stick it onto the card and have a red wire and a black wire. So I'm going to take the shortest lead left over on one side of the battery. Just a little bit of tape. Tape it on there very good so that the metal stays contacting the metal of the battery. And you can see how it's taped on there right now. Now I'm going to take the battery to the card, but I'm going to be very careful not to cover up the battery. I'm only going to tape on a part of the battery, like half of the battery, so that the majority of the battery is left open for me to be able to tape this down when it's closed up. Now it's time to close the Jitterbot up. And you can see inside you have the battery and the motor. Now I'm going to use my paper clips. I'm going to open it up about 45 degrees, and then I'm going to bend them parallel to each other so that it looks like that. Then I'm going to do the other one the same way. Same thing. These are the feet. Now, you could attach the feet straight like that. I usually attach them out a little bit bowed out so that it adds a little bit of stability. Now it's time to take the feet onto the Jitterbot. Get about 1 inch of tape, put it on the short section, make sure the tape sticks well. Like I said, I usually bow them out and I wound up taping it straight. Right, second foot to go on there. And now our feet are attached to our Jitterbot. Now it's time for hot glue and the eyes and the nose. And then I lay on a line of glue on the top of it for the antenna. Give them a nice little antenna looking bend to them. And there you have your Jitterbot. To activate it, you get about a 1/2 inch of tape. You're going to go in here and tape this loose wire to the battery. And sometimes that can be tricky. Kids may be able to do it easier than you or I. Now that we've got them built, what separates this from being a craft or a STEM project? A craft, you made a beautiful, wonderful little toy, and that's fine, and it's very artistic. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you wanted to take it to the next level for STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, you might want to measure the mass of these objects. That's fine, you could do that. You could measure the height, you could measure the width and the length. You could measure how far it vibrates in so many seconds. You could bend the legs to try to get it to vibrate straight or sideways, or you could try to get it to hop bigger with a bigger motor. As far as the technology goes, you could again videotape this as I'm doing now. You could also green screen these, and you could take pictures and type up a report. I hope this video answered some questions about how to use these Jitterbots in lessons and STEM lessons. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and please share with your teacher and parent friends. Thank you for watching.